Feel stuck, tired, and lost. This is why. When I was a 2 years back period, and I was sad, depressed, and lonely and fat. That's the all the worst thing you could have at the same moment. And I was young, broke. Okay, so how I escaped that? I'm gonna tell you 6 things that you should avoid today. Get them out of your life today, and you will become amazing and amazing. Okay, so the first one is scrolling first thing in the morning. Many people have this habit scrolling first thing in the morning. You know what it does? It fries your dopamine system. Okay, when you do this, you will feel contingent and not at your full maximum capability all through the day. Because in the starting, let's just say, let me give you a better example. You are running a marathon, okay, and you know if you drink too much water, you can't run a marathon. When you run a marathon in the starting and you drink too much water, you should, let's just say you have 5 bottles of water in at a marathon. You drink one bottle in the starting, one bottle in the middle, one bottle in the another middle, one bottle at the end, and one bottle at the end of the race. It is fine. But if you drink 5 bottles in the starting, do you think it is good? That's what you do when you wake up and just start scrolling. You are in a so calm, peaceful mental state, and you just go into Twitter. Twitter is the worst. Please, please, I would advise you to not scroll Twitter ever. Okay, don't scroll Twitter ever. Okay, and people might say Twitter is good and this and that, but let me tell you my experience with Twitter. I watched it, and whenever I one day it was a so funny moment. I wake up, I opened my phone, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch Instagram. I'm not gonna. I open Instagram to catch up on my business. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna open Twitter because it was trending. It has become X and this and that. I open Twitter, and the first thing I see, a family of 4 people getting crashed. So much negativity. Do you want that in starting of your life? This much negativity. This is like negativity maxing, okay? If you think about it, don't do that. Avoid this. If you do scrolling at starting of the day, please avoid it. The second is seeking validation. When you seek validation from others, you will do things that will benefit them rather than you, and in the long term, they will be happy and you won't. Okay. So, when you seek validation, let's just say you ask your mother, let's take a different example. Mother, some people will not like this. Okay. Let's say you take example of your friend. You are talking to a friend, okay, and you say, I want to make $10,000 a month in this business, and he says, making money is bad. You are a very bad person. I didn't know. I know you are a very bad person. You wanted to make money, live life. Duh. Okay. You are a bad person. And for not making him feel uncomfortable and feeling like the part of the group, you say, yeah, you are right. I got manipulated by people on the internet that is making good money and living their life. I wanna be just a loser like you. You don't say that obviously, but you get my point. Don't seek validation. Do as you wish. Okay, and I'm not gonna give you the bad things and do as you wish things. Okay, just do things as you wish. Okay, you are an independent man. You could do. You don't need validation. Okay, the next one is watching too much binge content. That is not productive. Okay, the thing I want to say with this is watching Greg Doucette videos. He's an amazing, amazing bodybuilder. I have watched his videos from starting, okay, not the starting like when I was career, but I watched his older videos, and they are so much. They have, let's just say, they have so much knowledge in them. But as you know, internet doesn't work on knowledge, it works on trends. Okay, and he has to make these type of videos. Now the Greg Doucette videos is just like meme filled entertainment. They are just a entertainment, let's just say short movie about some guy entertaining. And I'm not saying you completely avoid that, this and that, because let me tell you this thing, don't go on monk mode too quick, because I have done it and it is so detrimenting to your health. I have turned my phone black and white, my screen black and white, and no scrolling, no reels, and I really got so much work done. But after that, after I got so much work done, I worked out, I exercised, I take my protein, I everything is done, and I have time left. And even when I didn't have time left, I felt sad, and I didn't last for like 5 days, because I was so sad because of there was no emotions in my life. Okay, do it in a progressive deloading way. We have all about progressive overload, but now we're gonna hear about progressive deload. Deload in a easy way, like you turn your screen black and white for, let's just say, 12 hours, and then you progressive overload on that. Okay, so the fourth advice is that is keeping you weak. Guess, being a nice guy. Okay, doing things for other people and expecting returning things just because you are nice to them. World doesn't work like that. You might have gave someone your liver and he might say, that doesn't work more than $10. I would get that somewhere else. You get my point, don't you? Okay, so please don't do that. That's the most hideous thing I have seen people do. Just be a nice guy to appeal to the larger perspective of people, and in their own mind they know the reality, the other people know the reality, and the girls know the reality too. The girls know more than instinctual level, on instinctual level, more than the guys, because they have to see from outside who you are. Okay, got my point. The sixth habit will be, it is the best one, hanging around losers. When you hang around losers, will become the one. And it is very mainstream advice that you shouldn't hang around with losers. But even after listening to it, you still hang around losers. Why? Find that deeper meaning to it. There is, if you know in your mind you shouldn't hang around with this person, why are your mind telling you to hang around with this person? Find the reason. And the reason might be shocking. You might be lonely, you might not have any other thing, you might be sad. The only excitement in your life would be that person. But we are not here to live this kind of exciting life. We are here to get results, and after results you could do whatever you want. Okay, cut out these six things and you will become amazing. You will rewire your brain for success. Just that. Subscribe if you like. See you in the next one.